Hey, how's it going, guys? It is your boy Mars, and today, of course, we are going to tune a drag car. I'm on Forza Motorsport 7, and the car of my choosing, it's going to be this beautiful, beautiful Hoonigan. Can never say it right. BELAIR. So let's get right to it, guys. So I already got the car fully built, but I'm going to show you guys all the parts and things that I did put into the vehicle. So let's go to the upgrade shop. We're going to go to the conversion. On the conversion, go to engine swap. And I did put the 5.9 NASCAR V8 motor. I believe it's kind of like it comes up a NASCAR car. And then they do have the 7.0 liter V8 as well. And then they have the original motor. But that 5.9 is really popular. So did put that engine on there. And then, of course, got to leave the car rear-wheel drive. I don't like doing all that all-wheel drive stuff if the car is not all-wheel drive. So we're going to go to here to engines, and it's real simple. You just go all the way and put this remove restrictors. So you put it in race, and then you get 994 horsepower. So it's a nice car with 990 horsepower. So then we're going to put everything on here. It's going to be race. So we got the race brakes. We got these race anti-roll bars. We got race... all of it right there. We're gonna put the race cage, and then we're gonna full rate reduct the car. So the car is gonna be sitting at 3,012. The weight 2012. Now let's go to the clutch. Let's put everything on here. Race as well. Let's go there. Let's put all that. The drive line. There we go. Everything raced. Now let's go to the tires. Of course, we are going to put the drag tires. So one of the biggest things that this game did change from Horizon 3 was the size of the tires. This one is 215s in the front, which you don't want to make it wide. But then when you go to the rear tires, the widest they do have is 305s. So they really downgraded on the size of the tires. But yeah, the car still drives great. Now let's go to the wheels, and then the wheels that they put one of my favorite wheels, which are the Speedline wheels. Let's go all the way to the back. They're right here. Show you these right there. They're the Speedline F1 edition wheels. Great looking wheels. After that, let's go to the rim size. We're going to leave it alone at the 15 inches on the front and rear. And now let's go to the body. I didn't put nothing on the front bumper, nothing with that spoiler, and I did put the hood. As you guys can see, I did put this hood there so it can be lighter weight for the vehicle. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it. As you guys can see, my tune is completely stock. Leave it stock, and then I'm pretty much tuning it at the track. So let's go to the track real quick, and then I can show you guys how to tune the car. So you go to free play, and then one of the famous tracks to go on is going to be Sebring. Another great track is this one right here as well. It's Indianapolis, and then this is the classic one. A lot of people like to race here from back in the day. We're going to go to my assistants, and of course we're going to put everything. It's going to be custom, and then with the brakes it's going to be off, ABS off. Pretty much everything else is going to be turned off. The car is going to be manual with clutch, and then cosmetic. So that's your assistance. That's what you're going to use to tune this car. And let's get it started. So yeah, this is a great car. Love it. Wish you could do more with the suspension and stuff like that, but the suspension is pretty much still set the way it is. So now let's go. We're here in Indianapolis. I'm going to show you guys the quarter-mile spot for this track if you guys do not know. The quarter-mile spot. This track been really used back in Forza Motorsport 4. Really popular track. Great sounding engine. Alright, so we're going to line up right here where this line is at right there. Make a U-turn. And then this is where everybody lined up right here. And yeah, you just line up two cars. Somebody give out lights or do the calls. Driver's ready, yeah, go, and then you'll race all the way to about 4th gear, 160 miles per hour, around there, depending if you have 4 gears or 3 gears, but it's around the 160-ish mark for all the guys that do have front engine rear wheel drive cars. So now let's go to, oh, I did it wrong, so we gotta go to quit real quick, because the only way to tune is to press setup, then go to test drive. Click there, test drive. There we go. Alrighty, so now let's go to tune setup with the so now we're gonna look at our 0 to 60 and 0 to 100. Now the lower we put the tire pressure, it'll change. So as you can see right there is a 5988 on the 0 to 100, but as soon as I went a little bit lower, it went to a 60009. So what we're gonna do is just leave it at 30, and then now figure out with the front tire pressure, see if it likes it really low or if it likes it really high. So we're gonna go down all the way to 15, and it went to 3.406, and then right there 3.428. So we're gonna leave it at this right here, 15 in the front. We're gonna come back to the gears, and then let me zero this out real quick, and let me zero this out. Alrighty, so we are still at 3.406. Now let me put it positive in the front. So it did great. So it went to 3.384. That means that less contact on the ground. It's a lot better on the front tires. So I did put it at that +5, and I left the normal at 0 on the rear. If you guys do want, you can pull a little bit positive. So it's not liking it positive. So you got to just pretty much leave it at 0, as you guys can see. Then we're gonna go here, put this around there. We are going to put this stiff in the front, not as stiff in the rear. Just like that. And then with the suspension, normally I tend to put it stiff in the rear and then soft in the front, so when the car initially lifts up, all the weight will distribute to the rear of the vehicle, as you guys see. And then we're going to raise the car all the way up, and then we're at 3.272 and then 5.771. So we're doing good with the acceleration and all that. And this is just while doing suspension work. So as soon as we do the gears, it's all going to change as well. But this is the telemetry just to see our acceleration and all that while doing the gears. This is real simple. You can just play with it back and forth and then see which one is your guys' favorite. So this is kind of like a simple tune for you guys, just to show all the beginner tuners how to make a front engine rear wheel drive V8 quarter-mile street quarter-mile vehicle. So I did the equal distribution, soft, stiff, stiff, soft, and then my 0 to 60 went down even more at 3.250. Nothing with that, nothing with that, and then we're just gonna put it at 100 and 100. Really simple, guys, really simple. And then now we're just gonna figure out which one of the gears is gonna be the launching gear. So for that, let's just go all the way to the quarter-mile. Also, guys, each track is a little bit different on the grip. So if you guys love Sebring and race at Sebring, make sure just to tune your cars at Sebring. If you guys use this track a lot, tune the cars in this track. It's some of the cars tend to spin a little bit more on certain tracks, so always look out for that. Alrighty, so now we're gonna find what gear is gonna be our initial gear. So what I'm gonna do is, to launch the car, you're just gonna press down A, which is the e-brake, and then you are going to feather the gas with the RT button, and you're gonna keep pressing the gas down until you have the gas fully pressed down all the way down, and the A button pressed down as well. And the car holds right there around 2,500 pounds, 2,500 RPM. Do is just let go of the e-brake, and the car is going to spin just like how it did. So now we're going to see what the car does in second gear. Alright, so as you guys see, the car was trying to hook on that second gear, but it still spins. So what we're going to do now It's just gonna not even worry about the final drive, but then I'm gonna just go really on the speed, torque speed on the first gear. So I did a 1.70 and then give it a nice little launch and see what it does. There you go. So it hooked. It hooked, but it seemed like it was really, really long because it hooked and it just stood there. So I'm gonna just go all the way back up to just 2 and see what it does. So this is pretty much easy, easy, simple ways of tuning, guys. Alright, so as you guys see, it just spinned on me. So now what we're going to do is go back. So it's just like that. You're just going to keep on going back and forth until you kind of find that middle ground. So I did a little middle ground between 1.7 and 2. I got it at 1.85. Let's give it a nice little launch and see what it does. So it's still spin. So then I guess at 1.75 is going to be the number that I need to be at. All right. So then what you do with the next gears, you kind of like make them a lot. First and second gear is pretty. There's a huge gap between those gears because of short first gear will be compared to second gear, and then your third gear is going to be kind of similar, but the gap is not as huge. So I just did like this equal number. I did for 1.4, 1.2, and then we're gonna do fourth gear at 1.00, and then just give it a shot and see how the gears transition. All right, so e-brake, feather the gas, hold it. Now it's holding at around 2,500 RPMs. Let go of the e-brake, grips. There you go. See how perfect the transitions are? It's not too high of a gear and not too low. And there you go. Real simple, guys. Easy way of tuning. As you guys can see, that first gear was still a little bit long in my taste. I would rather go a little bit higher on the acceleration. Let me show you guys until that braking point. The braking point is basically figuring out what number does your first gear spin on you, and then you keep going like 2 clicks towards speed, 2 clicks towards speed, 2 clicks towards speed until you finally get it that it grips. So now we have it at 1.80. Perfect. It did that little spin, but then it just hooked. And then that second gear is perfect, and that third gear is gorgeous. There we go. So that's pretty much it, guys. Real simple tune. I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It'll be a great car for the street. On the drag track, it'll be a lot different. We are going to tune there, but since they haven't opened it for multiplayer yet, I'm not going to tune on the track yet. So I hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Nice Hoonigan car, and I'll see you guys around. Subscribe, and peace out, guys.